the position of tech set. Uh, I'm in my now like current third year, and my branch is CS. I've been a part of ARC as the joint secretary. So during the fest and before the fest, conducted many workshops, competitions, and during the fest we had a cube day display, entertainment events, and multiple events throughout the year. So apart from that, I've also been a part of CSA, where I was a tech team member. So I worked on some competitions and workshops during the fest. And after that, the main aim, like past 4 or 5 months, I've been working to restart ISEL because the main task of ISEL is to promote innovation on campus. So that was my aim to do. So I've been working with professors and seniors from 16, 17 batch who were responsible to manage ISEL at that time. So I discussed with them how ISEL works and stuff on campus, and then I was in the process of restarting it. And currently, I hold inductions, and a new team is being inducted. Currently, there are three problems on campus regarding technical culture, is what I feel. So one is proper funding. Clubs don't get enough funds for their projects, and tech clubs, tech assocs, and especially clubs like ARC, SEDS, ALS, Vulcan, which go at national and international competitions and need a good amount of funding for their projects. Second thing is proper space to work. None of the tech clubs have any space provided by the SU. Currently, all the tech clubs or the tech assocs, whoever needs, work in Sandbox and Tinker's Lab. But as soon as the ISL restarts, Sandbox and Tinker's Lab would be made open for the general body as well. That's basically how ISL works. So if it is open for the general body and whoever has ISL membership accesses the lab, it's not like I'm working for ARC, I have my own inventory. Currently, it is only being used by tech clubs, so they leave their work over there and come next day. So I made something from ARC or ALS made their drones. They keep their drones over there and return the next day. But now, when everyone will be accessing the lab, this won't be possible. It's like ALS wale can't keep their drone over there and leave away, or SEDS wale can't keep some of their projects which are really important, and uh, they don't want the others to touch it or something. So they can't leave it over there and go. And so this will cause a problem as none of the technical clubs or a SOX or anyone in technical senate is provided a room by the SU. So the space is a larger issue because you can't really work somewhere all together in a team. If we take we work in our hostel rooms or something, it's like boys can work, girls can't, or girls can work in their rooms, boys can't, and there are a lot of issues over there as well. So a proper space is required. And the third and most important thing is the awareness. People aren't into core because resources for core aren't available. If you come as a first year on campus, it's like you don't know what to do. So you try to explore everything. But there are pretty much good resources for common fields like IT, finance, etc., competitive coding. But if you see, for example, someone wants to go into higher studies in computer vision or some specific topic, he or she doesn't know how to go forward and like needs to go to professors or seniors about taking up projects, etc. And then they get a chance. So this awareness and this resources aren't available. That's why it causes a problem. Also, if you see tech clubs holding competitions or talk sessions, not a good amount of people attend it. And even if they attend, at start the attendance is good, and as soon as the session ends, the attendance is like 25% of what it was at starting. So it's just like the people aren't that interested because they don't. know the benefits or they aren't aware about the things. So spreading awareness and like holding competitions, hackathons, giving some incentives so that people join is what can be done. So these three are problems are the ones which I focus on to solve during my tenure. As I mentioned, many people aren't aware, or it's like they know what tech clubs do, but they don't know how they should go ahead with this. So, as you know, ARC has its own level up program where basics of robotics are taught, and then we expect them to be. See, tech clubs are like we cannot take anyone into the club, and that's because the projects are costly, and if people don't have relevant knowledge, uh, funds go waste. So we need people who are good enough. But it's like we cannot expect them ki after 12th boards they join bits and they would be knowing about different things, different fields. So ARC has its own level up program where basics is taught and it's pretty much good because other clubs as well, if they need some basics from this, they tell their kids to refer this ARC level up and then continue with their stuff. So it has been helpful for everyone, whether the person joins ARC or not. That's a different thing later on, based on his or her interest. But it has been a good learning experience for people. So plan to do something like this for all clubs. Like it's like the SMP and SMP and similar things used to happen earlier. So BITS Goa has a CT online technical education platform where the courses are formed and they are taught similar to CMS. So something similar I am also planning as well, where like uh, I have been in talks with ACC Academic Counseling Cell. So they will be working on restarting SMP. So they'll be having their own team to conduct sessions and all. But to conduct sessions on what topics and then who will conduct the session. For that, they'll need technical senate, technical clubs, etc. So in collaboration with them, they will be having logistics teams and all. So in collaboration with them, we'll conduct sessions and I'll make sure that for each technical club, before the inductions, there has been some teaching process and then inductions are conducted. So you taught something to the juniors and then you expect them to know something. Without teaching, you can't expect them to know relevant stuff. So that's the first point. Apart from that, if you see, there was project portal during Jai Bhaya. Jai Bhaya was the technical secretary. So he started a project portal and that was working. It is still active, but the only thing is the data hasn't been updated. So as soon as we update the data with current year K projects, whatever the professors and students are working on, the project portal can be restarted. So later on, currently these projects include projects made which are under professors, but we can also have some projects by clubs as well. So people who are interested can view the projects and get to know about more details. See, uh, this time the Urban Hour was internally, so it didn't need any website, competition, and all were hosted on D2C, etc. But as you see, before COVID, Atmos 19, or before that, Atmos usually always had a app and website, and that's because to draw traffic on our website and apps, and later on we can continue the same app for the next year so that our users are already there, and this helps in getting more reach in future years, not in this particular year. First thing. Second thing, a personal app or website. If we host our competitions on D2C, they take commissions, etc. But if we host it on our own website and app, that thing is reduced. So our revenue as well increases. Uh, Also, Dota usually does this apps and website wrapping. So they are proficient enough to make the app and website. once it is made, yeah, it takes a bit amount of money as well, but I don't think it would result in a large amount of uh, deduction from fees. So it's not like that. I mean, app and website is a very small part of the whole budget of the fest. But yeah, it requires some money, but it would also increase the footfall. It would increase the revenue as well because commission to external website and hosting would be reduced. Also, if it's our own website and all app, we can tell sponsors as well. Ki we'll have your logo, will have your title, everything. Your reach will also increase as well. So it's like we spend some money, but revenue and footfall will also increase. So it's pretty much balanced. See, currently the problem is the higher degree students, like the masters, they come on campus only for 2 years. So it's like first 6 months they need time of settling on. Last 6 months they have their internships, etc. So only they have like 1 year to interact with us, and that's pretty difficult because they are specific. They have their specific knowledge in particular domain, whereas we usually try to explore everything. If I take my robotics experience, we try to explore robotics as a whole and do projects, but they focus on some particular field of the robotics. So to collaborate becomes a bit difficult. But when you do projects with professors, usually with professors, there are PhD or master students working with you on the project itself. So it's like collaboration can be done, but it's difficult for like all masters students or higher degree students to include. But those who are interested into the club, this time we had what we say techtainment for from ARC. So in that we had few master students as well. So they were under us. They were doing projects for techtainment and they finished it as well. So similar, also SADs are in talks with few higher degree students and professors, so they also work with them. Slowly, we can try and like we can talk with higher degree representative, and we can send our notices for inductions and all or project related notices in the higher degree students group as well. And it's like we if we not officially induct them in the club, we can always like tell them to work with our projects, etc., guide us, like also SEDS and ARC, Vulcan, other SOCs. Those who ever participate in competitions and have a team, we can talk with the higher degree students and get them into our team. Also, as I said, the project portal would be there. So there even higher degree masters and PhD students can put their projects on the portal, and the students from our like first degree are interested can approach them and we can work together with them. Also, the issue with professor ke projects is like official projects which are there for the course is there, but informally it's like professors think ki students will first approach them and then they'll give them projects. Students think ki we don't know the professor, they feel shy, so they are like, if the professor opens some spaces, tell us, then we'll go. So no one takes the first initiative. So the project portal and all will probably help them. Also, ACC holds coffee with professors, and it is being restarted soon. So we can talk with them as well. We can talk with professors to tell few stuff about research and projects during the coffee with professor ka session. So people open up with the professors, and then it would be more easy to go and approach for a project, etc. What I feel is it's completely irrelevant to bring regionalism in between. It's like uh, general elections may people tend to be regionalism because they, if for example I'm from some particular region, I know my people better than others. and they probably try to make him or her the winner of the elections. But at least technical side, I prefer the this wasn't the case earlier because tech ASOCs would select, like technical senate would select the technical secretary. But after the previous amendment passed, the general body will select the technical secretary. My only thing is that people should vote on the basis of points mentioned in the manifesto, how the person is going to implement those points, how good you think that person is in implementing those points, like past work, how he behaves presently, and what are his ideas for the future. So based on those aspects, you should give the vote, and this should be followed for all elections, like all posts. But at least technical side, in for the elections of technical secretary, this should be made sure because uh, if you select just on the basis of whether you know this person or not, or regionalism, whether this person is from your region or not, uh, campus technical culture would be affected. And in future, it's like technical culture affects everything on campus, the name of the bits, alumni relations, also placements, because if the technical culture and the fest isn't good, बिट्स का नाम खराब होगा and slowly placements भी affect होंगे. So whether it's IT का placement, CS का placement, finance का placement, but at the end the name of the college is on the technical culture itself because it's an engineering college. So technical secretary should be like elected on the basis of skills, potential, manifesto. This is valid for all elections as well, but it's like people tend to, not all but few people tend to be one-sided, and that is like pretty common. Like everyone knows on campus this happens. But see, after 2019 there weren't elections. Last time there were online elections and it was also pretty chill. So this is our time. See, 19 batch has at most 19 was organized by 17 and 18 batches. 19 batch was just enjoying the fest. So they know how the fest works. 20 batch doesn't pretty much know how a large scale fest works. And 21 batch also doesn't know. So, and 22 batch will be coming after 4 months. So it's our time to restart the culture. So whatever we do is what the 21 and 22 batch will learn from us. We have 18 and 19 batch to guide us. So whatever we do, if we don't bring regionalism between the elections, 21 batch would learn and they won't do, and same things would continue, 22 batch and later on. So it's our time to restart the stuff, whatever we want. So restarting election ka process, not bringing regionalism into between, better technical culture, etc. Whatever we do will be followed in the upcoming years. So whatever great we can do for like everyone from the GB. It's not just the people who are elected. They need to do something. They need to bring a change. No one can bring change alone. Uh, if they get support, then only change can be brought.